Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Scorpio. So, Scorpio, as usual, I'm doing this reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So, Scorpio, I'm sitting here staring at the cards for about half an hour now, trying to really understand what the message is today for you. It feels intriguing and it feels kind of elusive or perhaps too abstract or too convoluted, like in your mind, because it feels like there are many things coming all at once, so it's hard to discern or it's hard to prioritize. But the guidance here straight away is saying don't deflect, don't think that you need to protect yourself by fleeing or running away. It's almost like your problems are not going away if you just look away, right? It's like they're still going to be there, but there's also something that it's coming with the word target, which was very important and significant yesterday in the Libra reading. Today, it seems like you are the target in a sense, Scorpio. And, it makes sense because we are approaching the lunar eclipse that is going to be in the sign of Taurus, which is the opposite sign to yours. So it's like the last eclipse in this axis of Scorpio and Taurus. So obviously, the sun is now in Scorpio. So, it's like things are a little bit more intense, perhaps. But it seems like you are able and ready to use the best skill that you have, which is the intensity of the water. It's like, of the water sign, Scorpio, you are the one who can go like deeper and deeper and deeper. So there is no fear really about immersing yourself in your emotions, in your psyche, in your feelings, in your waters. And it seems like this is part of staying where you are and dealing with what is coming at you, because we're beginning with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords was showing me like this kind of like all these arrows flying towards you, specifically because the Five of Pentacles is coming next. So the Five of Pentacles is you, is where you are. So it seems like you're standing in a place that is very highlighted right now. It is being targeted by people that are saying things about the things that you do, or where you are. It seems like you are in a place that is very like it's being targeted for some reason. And just the feeling that you might be there for some reason not necessarily means that these are being targeted because of you. It's because you are there. The Page of Wands coming next is talking about vulnerability. It's talking about feeling like your light is being exposed. Because today this is coming through as a very timid fire, like this flame that has been just ignited. So maybe you have just come out of a dark night of the soul, or you have just had a new wave of awakening or something like that. So it feels like it's still very small, it's still very fragile or very delicate. It's something that it's not very stable, or it's not very it's like your confidence is not at your highest. So it feels like if people are saying things about where you are specifically, because the Five of Pentacles is talking about the place that you are. Sometimes the five, especially this one being the Pentacles, sometimes the fives talk about integrity of self, connection to self, like finding your own individuality. But because of the Page of Wands, if this is the case, it's like you're taking these criticisms or people pointing at you or saying things behind your back or maybe to your face that are not that pleasant or polite or kind, right? It's like it's very sharp, it's very it's like it goes straight to your core, to your wound, to the point that is still very raw, very it's like recently transformed, transmuted, or birthed, right? Like this new vision of yourself, of who you are in this place. It's still very it's very recent, it's very fresh. So there isn't a lot of confidence. So I'm thinking about like, a situation like, let's say you were transferred from a position that you worked for a long time, and then you were transferred to a new area with a new team in a new place. So you're the newcomer in a sense. You are finding your foot again. It's like you're trying to find yourself, how you fit in, how you can contribute to the team, to that position, to that new situation. So it's like you're still trying to understand who you are in that place. You see what I mean? But it seems like all eyes are coming to you. They are targeting you. They are addressing you, who you are or who you intend to be. Because there's also like this beautiful thing about the Page of Wands that is talking about like the what is the word? It's like being malleable. Like, a child is malleable, so it can be molded, or it can be formed and transformed in a way that it's still very fresh. It's still very new, very, very delicate. So it's almost like your confidence, or maybe like what you do or what lights you up, it's still very very new to you. So every little thing that others talk about, when you expose yourself, when you put yourself out there, when you stay very visible here, it's like it's every sort of comment feels like a personal comment. So these comments, these words, these looks, these judgments, it's interesting. Okay, so we do have the Judgment here after this Page of Wands. The thing about this Judgment is that it often comes through as a tool that empowers. And it feels like there is a little bit of a mismatch here. And it feels like, maybe you are the newcomer, but you are in a position, or you are being asked to step into a position that requires leadership and power to make an important decision for people that don't trust you yet, or they don't know you. So they're questioning your values, they're questioning your integrity, they're questioning your methods, they're questioning your ability to judge what is good for the rest. So there might be a lot of, judgment really coming toward you, Scorpio. But this judgment, actually, when it fell on the ground, it came upside down. I turned it upright because it didn't feel right. But I don't feel like this upright position is right either, because I feel like this is you questioning if you are ready to hold such position. The mismatch here, it's like, it's almost like, a child being asked, somebody asking a child to make kind of like a very crucial, important decision of, life and death kind of decision, right? So it's like you feel perhaps unprepared about making this decision, because all the eyes, all of the it's almost like these ones who are targeting you, they're just waiting so that you can, slip a little bit, and they can point the finger at you and say, I told you so, this was always going to happen. So it's like, feeling smaller, inappropriate, not adequate, not fit for such important position. So this is not feeling right to me. This is not feeling right to me. It's almost like the judgment is sideways, or it's, in the process of you, Scorpio, realizing that you can be in this position, because it feels like you are, it's like within you, within your being, because the last row here of 3 cards are all cups cards. And here's the guidance for you to use the best thing that you have at hand, or, you know, the trait that is most characteristic to you, you know, which is your water ability, your psyche, your ability to see between the lines and read between the lines, and, you know, understand the atmosphere around you, right? It's like all of that incredible power to observe the surroundings, really, and understand their fears, understand why they are looking at you, criticizing you, trying to, you know, find something to talk about you, to, you know, bring you down, or to, you understand, right? So understand what is behind their judgment, because this perhaps is what is preventing you from really taking this tool and, you know, empowering yourself and taking this leadership position, which seems to be like, it requires not to be afraid of being the target. Because it's like, once you are here, it's like you and the position, you know, you personally and the role that you're playing here, it's like it's going to be the same thing, right? This is why the 5 of Pentacles is here. But the way that you make this something less overwhelming than it can be, or than it is being made to, it's like the intention of these ones that are targeting you is to create fear, is to maybe scare you away, right? Expose you in a way that you're going to feel like you are being what is the word, targeted, right? Like persecuted is, I don't know if that's the right word, but you understand what I mean, right? I hope so. So it feels like they are trying to make it feel bigger and more scary than it actually is. So if you see this for what it is, it's like you're going to calm down, and it's like remove the judgmental looks and, you know, words, and understand that you are the one, you know, despite you feeling like you're not ready for it, like you're not up for it, or like you are not prepared for it, because you are too exposed to the criticism because of the position that, you know, you are being invited to step into, or you have been, you know, transferred to. It feels like, yes, it requires a lot of exposure. Yes, it is very vulnerable. Yes, it is kind of like showing something that is still very raw for you. So your confidence is not, again, at the highest. So you might feel like you're questioning why you should be the one stepping into this position. But it feels like you're going to do all of this in private, really, because we do have the 4 of Cups and then the 5 of Cups. Forget about the traditional meanings of these 2 cards. What this, the lineup between the 4 and the 5 of Cups, is that when you are in private, when you are just feeling into whatever is coming at you, all of the things that are being said, all of the threats, perhaps, all of, you know, those unspoken type of, you know, challenges and judgment, and all of that, feel into it, because you can, it's almost like you're pondering a little bit. You're wondering how it would feel to not be there, and how it would feel to be there. Because you see here how this is the frame, right? And once you step into it, because again, it's like this, it's almost like the 5 of Pentacles was like somebody drew this X on a map and pointed to you and said, step into it, or, you know, take over this position. here you are feeling into it. You are bringing the water element to something that might be very concrete, very harsh, not harsh as in like not malleable at all. So you're bringing this adaptability, you're bringing, because you're so fresh, and because of, you know, maybe this new sparking idea that is just igniting in you, it's like you can bring what is needed to a structure that might be very dry, that might be very like lacking water, right? If earth doesn't receive water, it gets too dry, it gets, you know, it loses the ability to bring abundance. And so maybe this is the reason why these ones here are looking at you. Maybe you do have like this great responsibility of, you know, bringing abundance to a situation where, you know, maybe they have tried everything and they didn't know a way out. So you are bringing something that is, you know, unique to you, Scorpio, because you are the one who has the courage and the ability to really go deep inside your emotions to bring that water. And, you know, it's kind of like the difference between like the what is the name, the layers of water. If we think, you know, of the most superficial layer of water and the deeper layer of water, and it's like there are mysterious things, you know, in these deeper layers. So it's like the word that I was hearing is like cavities. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's almost like you're going to, it's like you're going to re-emerge from these cavities, from the deeper parts of you, with, you know, like this confidence. It's like you're restoring your confidence in a sense, but from your element, which is water, because we're ending here with the King of Cups. So the king, it's almost like you know, I recently watched the movie, the new movie for The Little Mermaid. So this King of Water is reminding me of, you know, the father of Ariel. It's kind of like that, right? It's like, you know, in the movie, he is a character that doesn't come up a lot because he's not the main character, but he is the king of the ocean. So it's like he has a big presence. So it's almost like this. You are the one in control in a sense. You are the one with the power, but it's like you are a private being. So you don't want to be like showing off. You don't want to be, you know, under the lights, or, you know, being under the eyes that are, you know, so closely looking at you and judging everything that you're doing. It's like if you could do this job in your private area, in your private corner, where you could really feel into this, it's like this would really boost the work that you can do to water this place that you are, because it feels very dry. It feels like it's lacking emotion, or maybe, you know, human contact, or like just, you know, maybe intimate connection, or like looking people in the eyes, right? It's like maybe people are very good at, you know, looking at each other but not really looking deeper into their soul, so it feels very shallow, very superficial. That's the reason why these eyes on you are maybe very overwhelming at first and really making you feel exposed. But what you're bringing, Scorpio, is something that you are a master of. First of all, it's like you dominate these deeper waters. You know how to reach these places, in those people, in that place, in that situation. So yes, you might feel like, you know, you're the new one in the scene here. Maybe you're not, you know, the first choice to be in this position, to hold this tool, to be the one to make the decisions and call the shots. But for some reason, you have been designated for this position. Like this X marks your name, marks your spot. It's your place. So it's your turn to take over in a sense, but to bring in the water, because, okay, so the most important thing about all of this water, not only to kind of like fertilize the land, fertilize everything that is here in potential, but it needs water to bloom, to grow. It also talks about diluting all of the animosity, all of the criticism, all of the judgment. So maybe that's the reason why you are being so judged, because you're going to change the way people see you. And it's like through all of this intuitive kind of strategy to interact with these people, to be in this position where perhaps you are going to lead them or you're going to work with them directly. It's like you're going to win them over, but in a very indirect way, because otherwise they would be the first ones to like see something wrong or to criticize you or to try to bring you down somehow. So your best attempt to come out of this situation, you know, rising above everything that people are trying to criticize about you, it's like it's to go deeper and deeper and deeper into this pondering, but also it's like in pondering, in feeling, in allowing your intuition to work through you, it's like you're going to emerge as this King of Cups. Now you see how these two fit a lot better than this. So it's like you're going to have to show them by diluting the criticism, right? It's like when you dilute all of the arrows that are pointed to you, that are targeting you, it's like they're going to see, not directly, it's not like you're going to address the criticism, the questions, or you know, the whatever it is, directly. It's not like that. It's like you're going to be a Scorpio about it, right? It's like you're going to be a lot more mysterious and a lot more maybe psychically working with them, or you know, working with their emotions. It's not manipulating them. It's like it's earning their respect by showing them who you are and how fit you are for this, because of this specific trait that is bringing exactly what this location, this company, this position needs, right? So Scorpio, very interesting and, you know, different from, you know, the usual readings I do. So I wonder how this is going to apply for you in your life. I truly hope that this was helpful. I am going to pull more cards for you, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.